Namaskar friends, I welcome all of you on your own YouTube channel. In continuation to our free Nandi course, today we are going to discuss about the combinations in individual's birth chart, which help a person in becoming an astrologer. At the same time, we will also discuss a practical chart where we will discuss about the um, timing of event and how to analysis a chart. Okay. So before starting the discussion, I would like to request all my viewers to please like, share, and subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubts, so please comment in the comment box. Friends, if Ketu is placed in the same sign where Shani or Saturn or Jupiter is placed, or Ketu is placed in trine to Jupiter and Shani, or Ketu is placed 12th or second to the Shani, Saturn and Jupiter. So it becomes a combination of astrology. A native is likely to become a astrologer or a sannyasi, or the native have an inclination towards spiritualism, or there are chances that a native may study about the ancient knowledge or the ancient subjects like Vedic astrology or any form of astrology which is a old subject, or it may also possible that the native may be a, scholar in history, interested in reading history books. So let's start the analysis of a chart of a astrologer. Moon and Rahu are in the Aries sign. Saturn is placed in Gemini, and Ketu Mars is placed in Libra. Venus is placed in Sagittarius. Jupiter and Sun and Mercury is placed in Aquarius sign. In this birth chart, here you see Ketu is in trine connection both with Jupiter and Saturn, and that native is a astrologer. He is a very famous astrologer from South India, B. Surya Narayan. Now, here you see in this birth chart, Rahu is placed in Taurus, Saturn is positioned in um, Cancer sign, Sun is positioned in Virgo, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter is positioned in Libra sign. Ketu and Venus is positioned in Scorpio sign. Here you see Ketu is in trine connection with Saturn. Ketu is placed fifth from the Saturn. And Jupiter is placed just behind the Saturn, 12th from, just behind the Ketu, 12th from Ketu. And Ketu is placed second from Jupiter. So according to Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, there is connection between a planet placed second to that planet or the planet placed 12th to that planet. So there is a combination. Ketu is making a connection, conjunction, not conjunction, sorry, connection with Saturn and Jupiter both. So the result is native has a very keen interest and knowledge of astrology, and the native is a astrologer. In this next chart, we will discuss about timing of event and how to analysis a birth chart. In this birth chart, Rahu is positioned in Taurus. Sun, Mercury, and Saturn are positioned in Cancer sign. Venus is positioned in Leo. Jupiter, Mars is positioned in the sixth sign, Virgo, and Moon is positioned in uh, Libra. Okay, here Ketu is positioned in Scorpio. Okay, and if you see if there is a Jupiter-Mars combination, the native is a short-tempered one. Native has a short temper because here you see, apart from Jupiter Mars combination, which shows a native is a very energetic person, very energetic, very active person. Native is very logical in its thoughts. Native is ambitious. But here you see Rahu is in trine to Jupiter and Mars, which further amplified all these significations. So here the native becomes over ambitious, over short tempered, aggressive, over aggression is there. So see how the planets are affecting individuals' life or personality. Here, one thing I want to convey in Bhrigunandi Nadi, the main Lagna, some people consider Lagna also, but in Bhrigunandi Nadi, the main consideration or main emphasis is on the Jupiter, the journey of the Jiva. So here you see Venus, Moon is aspecting Venus. So the native is always having sexual thoughts. Native is always surrounded by females, and native is always eager to make relations with female. Okay, and here you see Sun, Mercury, and Saturn are in trine, making a trine connection to Ketu. When this connection is there in the birth chart, it shows multiple love affairs because Mercury is in trine to Ketu. And Sun is in trine to Ketu. It shows disputes or difference of opinion with the father and property disputes with the father. And you see here Jupiter is hemmed between um, Moon and Venus. It shows that the native is always having a problem in his married life due to the continuous disputes of her mother and her wife. They are having a quarreling nature. And the sister of the native is also not happy with him, and they are not having cordial relations. As here you see, Mercury is significator of the sister is in trine connection to the Ketu. Okay. And here you see Venus is in the second sign from the Saturn. So when Venus is connected with the Saturn, it shows the native will own a vehicle, native will own a house, and native will own basic luxuries of life because there is also Saturn Ketu connection is there. Okay. Now you see this Saturn is having multiple effects. Saturn is the significator of karma, of profession. So Saturn is in conjunction with Mercury and in conjunction with the Sun and a trine aspect of Ketu. So due to Sun and Saturn combination, the native is working in a government factory. Mercury is there, so native is also having a other source of income, and native is running a stationery shop side by side. And Mars is aspecting the Ketu. So here you see Saturn Ketu combination also indicates about the petty job. The native is a carpenter. See how the native is carpenter. Third lord is Mercury. Mercury is in trine connection to Ketu. It gives some talent of hand, and the depositor of this uh, so sign where Saturn is placed is Moon, that is placed in the 12th house. Sorry, 7th house. So when there is a connection between Saturn and Moon, it also indicates the native having a talent of hands or doing something with hands. So here the native is a carpenter. Okay. When Saturn transits in Pisces sign, uh, and the Jupiter transit is in Cancer sign over the Saturn, and Saturn is making a trine connection. The government is enrolled, sorry, the native is enrolled in a government job. And when Jupiter is transiting over the natal Venus, that time native got married. Okay. And when Jupiter transit over the Mars, here one thing, important thing I want to tell, that Mars is the significator of pregnancy, get conceiving. Okay. So when Jupiter is transiting over natals Jupiter and Mars, and third from Sun, it is making a 3-7-11 connection with the Sun, who is Lord of the natural fifth house. Jupiter is the significator of childbirth. So Sun, fifth house, Mars, Jupiter combination is activated in the birth chart. And also Jupiter is transiting second from the Venus. Here the native is blessed with a male child. Okay, because Jupiter, the Jiva, is under the influence of male planets. When Ketu is transiting from the Cancer sign in the native birth chart over his natal Saturn, during that time, native there is a land dispute between the native and his father. Okay, when Saturn is transiting in the uh, Aries sign and Jupiter is transiting in the fourth house, Cancer sign, and Saturn making a trine connection between Venus and Saturn. So here what happened, the native constructs a house. Okay. And when Ketu is transiting over the Pisces sign, making a trine connection between the Ketu and Mercury. So the native fall into a love affair. Okay. When Ketu was transiting from the eighth house, Scorpio sign, making a trine connection with Sun, during that period, due to the disputes or not cordial relations between the native and his father, so the native lost some ancestral money. Okay. It is a bad phase for the native because uh, Ketu is transiting over natal Saturn and Sun, and Ketu is inclement with those planets. When Saturn transits in the 10th house, Capricorn sign, 7th from the Sun, it activated that combination. And here you see Sun Saturn combination indicates about the person involving into the politics. So the person native got involved or active into the political level at its local level. When Saturn transits from the 12th sign, Pisces sign, and makes a trine connection between Ketu, Mercury, and natal Saturn. So the native starts a stationery shop for extra income. So friends, here today we discussed about how the native go through different type of events in his life when the transiting planets interacts with the uh, natal planets. And we also discussed what kind of combination in individual charts indicate about the native studying ancient subjects, or like history and astrology, and what are the combinations in natives birth chart which makes a native astrologer. I hope this information will be useful for you. Namaskar.